Welcome to Yoga Travels with Karen. I'm Karen and today I'm going to take you through a short sequence of strengthening and balance poses. So if you're ready to start, come and join me on the mat and we'll get going. Today we're going to start in Tadasana. So we'll bring the big toes together and the heels can be together, or you might find it more comfortable just to have them separate a little and the sides of your feet are in line or parallel to the edge of the mat. We're going to activate our buttocks, activate the thighs, lifting the thighs, pulling the buttocks in, activate the belly. The shoulders come up, back and down, allowing the palms to come forward. Fingers are not rigid, but they're straight and pointing downwards and just a little bit away from the side of your body. We're going to bring that chin down a touch and back. So maybe you can feel that your ears are above your shoulders. You're not jutting your head forward, which is a really natural thing to do these days. So finding that nice balance between strength and softness. Closing the eyes, softening around the face. Softening the chin, relaxing the jaw, maybe just separate the teeth a little. Just taking some nice slow breaths as you feel your balance move around your feet. And maybe then settling on 3 solid points on each foot. 2 on the front and the ball of the foot and the heel. Just feel that belly expand as you inhale and slowly pull the belly back towards the spine as you exhale. One more breath. Good. Gently open the eyes. We'll separate the toes and bring the feet at just about hip distance apart. And take a big breath in, lifting the hands all the way up. And float the hands down. This time the hands will come up to the front. Inhale, lift. Maybe looking up, a little bend in the back. And float the hands down to the front. Good. Let's lift the right arm, lifting up for an inhale. Going to turn and face that palm backwards. A big circle to the back as we exhale. A little twist. Beautiful. Let's reverse that. Inhale, lift up behind. And exhale, reaching over the front. Good. Let's go the other hand. Left arm, inhale, lift. Exhale, turn the palm around. Reach over, twist as you turn. And inhale, lifting from the back up to the center and floating down for the exhale. Beautiful. Let's take a big inhale, lift. Join the palms together and exhale down the center line. Good. We're going to separate our feet now. Coming to a wide leg, we're going to fold forward. So the toes are pointing forward. As we had with Tadasana, the sides, the edges of our feet are in line with the edge of the mat. We're going to bring the hands to the hips and we're going to lift as we inhale, lifting that chest. And as we exhale, keep that chin up a little and fold forward from the hips, coming all the way to that halfway point. Nice flat back. Bring the arms out into a T and drop the hands down, bring them to the mat. Now, if your hands can reach quite easily to the mat, then maybe you'd like to bring your feet in a little. If you find that you're really struggling to reach the mat with your fingers, then walk your feet out a little. That might help. Or otherwise, you can get a block or something, a few books that you can place your hands on. Just have a little bend in the knees. We're going to take an inhale with that little bend in the knees. And as you exhale, straighten through the legs and drop that chest maybe a little further. If you do find that you can bring your head down a fair way, you can walk your hands back a little, that they're coming between the feet. Looking back if it suits. Good. Walking the hands forward. We're going to bring our right hand in underneath our face. The left arm is going to come up and looking up towards the hand if it suits for a nice twist. Good. Let's bring that hand down now. Swap it over. Left hand under the face. Right arm coming up nice and high. Nice twist. Looking up. Beautiful, coming down with the hands. I'm going to bring those heels in a touch. Bring the hands to the knees. Keep the chin tucked to the chest and let's roll up nice and slowly, making sure that blood can catch up with the head and with the heart. And here we go. So we're going to point the toes to the right. On the right foot, we're going to point the toes to the right-hand side. The left foot is going to come in on, try and get that on a 45-degree angle, but you might need to adjust it as we bend through that front leg. As you bend through that front leg, we're going to come into Warrior Two. We're going to drop this hip here, and the front hip slides forward, creating a nice straight line or a nice right angle with that knee on that right leg. Bring those arms up. Now you might remember this from our warrior sequence. We're going to bring the hands, the palms facing upwards. Now it's like we've got big beach balls sitting in either hand, nice and light, but we're holding on to them. Shoulders are relaxed, shoulders are down. Now from here we're going to turn the hands, not the shoulders, just turn the hands, palms facing down. Beautiful. Just check that back arm is nice and straight and the same height as the front. And then rest your gaze on that middle fingernail of the front hand. Relax through the shoulders, nice and strong. Stay with me here, a couple more breaths. Beautiful, let's drop that back hand, the front palm comes up, reverse warrior, lifting that hand up, a little back bend perhaps. Excellent. Let's bend that elbow. We're going to place it on the knee, the palm facing upwards. Now this arm, the left arm, can come onto the hip and that might be sufficient and that is beautiful. Otherwise, this hand can come up. We take a breath. And as we exhale, we're going to reach it over, reaching over towards the right-hand side. So you might create a nice straight line between those fingertips all the way down to the edge of that foot. If it suits, you can look up. Good. We're going to reach that hand back again and we'll all place it onto our hip. And this right hand, we're going to slide that foot forward a little. This right hand is going to come down to the mat in front of that foot. We're coming into our half moon pose from here. So we're going to lift up. I'm just concerned I'm going to hit my head on the fence there, so I'll just move back a touch. Placing that hand down, reaching forward, weight in that right leg. We're going to lift that left leg up. Find your gaze, find a point to stay focused on. Keep those toes pointing out to the right. The top leg is coming up to wherever you can reach it. Okay, you can keep that gaze there. You can change your gaze. You can look forward or you can look up. You can reach that top arm all the way up. And you can play with the balance here. You might have a little bend in that leg that's holding you there, or you might like to straighten it out. Again, you can play with your gaze a little. You might like to lift that bottom hand to test your balance a little. And it doesn't matter if you fall, it just means you're pushing yourself beyond your edge. Have a play, it's all a bit of fun. It's good strengthening. As you wobble around, you're using lots of muscles to try and keep you in place. Bring the hand back to the hip if it's up. Step that leg down and coming up, toes pointing forward. Let's just reach up. And bring the hands down. Beautiful. Let's do that to the other side. Again, I'll just move over a little so I don't end up in the doorway. Left toes pointing off to the left this time. The back foot is on a 45-degree angle. Let's bend through that left knee first of all. Now, this right hip is coming down as it pushes that left hip forward. So if you find that your knee is coming over your ankle, then just wiggle that front foot forward, creating a nice straight line, a nice right angle in the knee. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms up. Beach balls, palms up, nice and light but strong. Turn the palms down, leaving the shoulders where they are. Excellent. Check your back arm. Is it nice and straight, and is it the same height as the front? Rest your gaze on the middle fingernail of that front finger. Take some breaths, some nice slow breaths. One more. Nice and strong. Maybe drop down a little with that exhale. Let's drop the back palm, lifting up for a reverse warrior. Good. We're going to bend that elbow now, placing it on the knee. So the right hand will come onto the hip now. That palm is facing upwards, rolling that top shoulder back. That's it. You might stay here. You might like to lift that hand. Take a breath. And as you exhale, reach it over as far as you can, up on that diagonal, creating a nice straight line between the fingertips and the edge of that bottom foot. You can look up if your balance will allow, and your neck. Good. Let's reach that arm up, bringing it back to our hip. Now we're going to slide that back foot forward a little. And reach that left hand a little in front of that left foot. Here again, you might like a block or just have a play. A bend in that left leg as you place all weight in that leg and lifting that right leg. Seeing where you can come for our half moon pose. It might be a little different on this side. Lift that arm if it suits, change your gaze if it suits. Play with the balance of that bottom arm. I'm going to try and stack the hips with the half moon pose. It's different to warrior three. Don't worry if you fall out, just come back in again. Give it a go. Bring the hand to the hip, bend in that front leg, stepping it forward, or down rather. Feet coming to the front, reaching up. Nice big stretch. And exhale, bringing the hands down. And let's bring our feet forward, back into our Tadasana, into our mountain pose. Big toes together, heels separated. Activate the legs, the buttocks, the belly. Hands facing down, fingers facing down, palms facing forward. Shoulders are up, back and down. Take some nice calming breaths. Big inhale, filling the belly. Long, slow exhale, calming the heart, the body, the mind. One more breath. Bring your hands to the chest. Well done on a short, strong sequence with some good strengthening poses and some balance. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. We'll see you next time. Namaste.